Before there was light, before matter had taken form, before thought could name itself, there was chaos. To the ancient Greeks, chaos was not collapse or confusion. It was understood as the open field, the moment before anything becomes something. Like the stillness before music begins, like a breath held before creation exhales, something was about to emerge. From chaos, reality began to take shape. Order emerged naturally, an order with intelligence, rhythm, and coherence. Gaia, Chronos, Bondos, Eros, Nyx, Erebus, Uranus. These were never meant to be gods ruling from above. They were descriptions of how reality organizes itself, patterns shaping the body, the psyche, time, emotion, and relationship. The ancients understood something subtle, that reality is not something we stand outside of and observe. We are inside it, participating. Life responds not to force, but to alignment, when our inner state resonates with the deeper structure already present. What emerged from chaos was not randomness, but architecture. Myth was never fantasy, it was language, a way of mapping invisible processes that shape visible life. Ancient Greek myth did not begin with a god, it began with possibility. Hidden inside those stories was a code, not a belief system, but a map for living in harmony with reality. The first foundation to arise was Gaia, not Earth as a planet, but ground itself, the condition that allows anything to exist at all, before thought, before identity, before belief. Gaia is the sense that life can hold you. When the ground weakens, experience becomes unstable. Anxiety, exhaustion, and disconnection often arise here, not as failures, but as signals that foundation needs care. The ancients understood growth begins only when there is ground. Before anything can flourish, it must be held and carried by the earth, by the body, by Gaia. From the same origin emerged Chronos, not clocks or schedules, but time as process, as flow. Chronos is what allows a body to heal after injury, what allows memory to settle into meaning, what allows grief to soften instead of disappear. Nothing matures instantly, nothing integrates without time. Chronos does not rush life forward, but allows it to move at the speed it needs. What we experience as delay is often life protecting its own rhythm. Beneath all structure lies Erebus, depth, the unseen architecture where patterns take shape before they appear in the world. Erebus is the subconscious, inherited memory, emotional architecture. It explains why old wounds return, why trauma moves through generations, why beliefs we never chose still shape our lives. Nothing appears without first taking shape in Erebus. Darkness here is not destruction, but design. Then came Nyx, night. She does not oppose light, she completes it. She removes visibility so depth can emerge. Sleep, dreams, unconscious processing. In silence and in darkness, the psyche quietly reorganizes itself. Dreams integrate what waking life cannot. Not all healing comes through exposure. Some truths need darkness to emerge gently and safely in their own time. The ancients understood this. They honored the pause and trusted the rhythm of night. From this depth arises eros, not romance, but connection, coherence, the force that binds reality together, that allows parts to belong to one another, atoms, cells, bodies, people, experiences. Through eros, the world becomes relational. Meaning is not found in isolation. It emerges in connection. Without eros, things drift apart. With eros, everything finds its place and the whole is held in harmony. From Gaia also emerged bondos, not water but motion, the pulse of life moving through form. The breath rises and falls, the heartbeat keeps its rhythm, emotions come and go, thoughts move through your awareness. Chronos gives time, the steady passing of moments, but bondos gives motion, the living flow of life. When we confuse the two, life can feel heavy, stuck, or overwhelming. But when we notice the difference, when we feel the flow as it truly is, life moves naturally, alive, rhythmic, and awake. From Gaia came Uranus, structure, law, pattern, form. Necessary for life to hold shape, but structure must remain responsive. When it hardens, it limits movement. So Uranus was not erased, he was transformed. From that transformation came Aphrodite. She is beauty, harmony, proportion, grace born from softened law. She brings warmth, softness, and elegance to structure, reminding the world that order and life are not opposed, but in dialogue. And alongside her stand the Furies, not as punishers, but as guardians. They remind us that balance always seeks to restore itself, especially when harmony has been disturbed. And through all of this moves consciousness, not commanding, not directing, but witnessing. Consciousness experiences reality as it unfolds through these forces. But meaning does not arise from awareness alone, so the body offers a bridge, the heart, a place where movement becomes feeling, where experience becomes lived experience. Through the heart, consciousness does not just observe life, it enters it. This is why change so often fails. We try to fix behavior without touching the foundation beneath it. We focus on thought while ignoring the deeper currents. Old patterns keep running unseen. Ancestral memory, survival reflexes, even epigenetic inheritance. Like forgotten gods, they continue shaping life from the shadows. True transformation does not come from forcing the outcome. It begins by addressing the foundation, by meeting the hidden forces within, by restoring alignment from the ground up. Once there were teachers who truly understood this order. They did not teach control, nor did they offer formulas for forcing reality. They taught alignment. They noticed how the body responds when it feels safe, how emotions move when they are allowed to flow, and how clarity arises when the nervous system finally settles. They showed people how to meet life fully, how to stabilize the body, regulate the nervous system, let emotion pass without overwhelming the self, and how to love while remaining whole. Their knowledge was practical, lived, and embodied, and when it was lost, the wisdom of regulation was lost with it. Here is the truth they left behind. Reality does not respond to force. It responds to relationship. You cannot command healing. You cannot demand love. You cannot will life to bloom. You can only create the conditions. When the body feels safe, when the nervous system settles, when emotion flows naturally, life moves on its own. This was the ancient Hellenic understanding. Humans were never meant to conquer life. They were meant to align with it. And when they do, reality flows, not because it was forced, not because it was controlled, but because something ancient fell back into place. What was fragmented remembered itself. What was rushing became rhythmic. What was resisting softened. This was always the way. Life does not need to be conquered. It needs to be met with presence. And when it is, it responds.